Hey everyone! Welcome back. I am back today with more Apothecary Diaries. You guys, oh, the show is just so good. I was just having such a blast last time. It's really just been a lot of fun, very interesting. Last episode was great. There are a couple things to chat about, actually, about the last episode before we head on into this one. So before I do all that, I do just want to say if you're joining me early today, you know just what that means. It means you are one of my awesome patrons. Thank you so very much. And as always, I am sending you up those big old hugs right through that screen. And if not, still thank you for joining me today. I am glad you're here. I do hope you'll consider supporting me that way. The link to my Patreon is going to be in that description down below. And if you're joining me on those YouTubes, I really hope you'll hit like, also subscribe for me. It does help me and my channel a whole lot. So thank you in advance for that. All right, you guys. So we had Maomao being back home for like the first time, yeah, definitely the first time since this whole kidnapping thing occurred. And it was really nice to see her be able to like interact with her family and old friends again. I know the granny at the brothel and everything really did miss her and was worried about her despite how she acted and everything. You know, some people were just like, you know, let's just see how some people show their love, you know, by not showing it. Seeing her with her dad was great. And we got a big old mystery last time, which I thought was a lot of fun. It was great to see how, like, these shenanigans just follow Maomao wherever she is. Like, it's not just a palace. It's, like, wherever she is, this crap follows her, and, like, it's up to her to, like, use that big brain to get out of it. Now, I will say it was very, very fun to see someone, like, Maomaoing more than Maomao did with her dad, which is really crazy to think that, like, there's somebody who's, like, even sharper. But we can see in a lot of ways that she's still kind of, like, a student of her dad's. And that's the conjecture thing. We brought that up a couple of times, how, like, I can't rely on conjecture, but if I was going to conject... I don't think that's a word. I think it's just conjecture, but anyway... Yeah, so that was really fun. It was really interesting. It was another great example. Like, for me, like, one of my takeaways was, like, it's really incredible to see, like, how women in this time and in this setting are, like, what they have to do because they lack so much control over their own situations. And it was brought up to me in the comments that, like, women actually do have power here. It's just power they've had to, like, very subtly shift and sort of, like, manipulate to be their own under everyone's noses because they're not supposed to have it. So I think that's kind of interesting that, like, it's not that they're not technically, like, on paper, there's not a lot of control, but, like, that's why we see people taking matters into their own hands the way that the concubine did and a bunch of people in the brothel did in the last episode to try and, like, take care of a situation without having to be direct about it because it's not something that women can really do in this time. So yeah, so it's really interesting. One thing that was pointed out to me, I don't remember if it was last episode or the one before, but it was in my last batch of episodes. It has been pointed out to me that there is a scene where somebody asked Maomao, like, have you gone back to the annex? And I remember thinking, like, huh? Well, annex, what? But there's, like, a scene where, like, you can see that there's, like, somebody else in the room. And I'm just told to, like, kind of put a pin in that for later. So I don't know what it has to do with. I didn't go back and watch the scene. So, like, I need to go back and watch it and actually, like, see if I can pick up any clues or anything. But I am told it is a little bit of a clue. A little bit of a hint. So, yeah. So... just wanted to point that out, that, like, in case the annex or anything about it is brought up again, like, I am aware that it has importance. So, yeah. So, and then, of course, we ended off the episode by Jinshi's soul leaving his body over Maomao's phrasing, and it just cracks me up to no end that Maomao is so sharp, so intelligent, and just really cannot read the room on this whole thing with Jinshi. Like, I feel like he's, like, her blind spot in a lot of ways. And just making it so... I'm sorry, but that phrasing, the phrasing though. Because how else are you supposed to interpret that, Maomao? Really, my love. How are we supposed to interpret that? Yes, I'm having a really good time with the show. At the end of the last one, I was like, I kind of want to binge watch this. So, yeah, guys, next one's called Suicide or Murder. So it sounds like we're in for some really fun, upbeat stuff. Sarcasm. So yeah, there's only one way to find out what's coming next, and that's to go ahead and jump right into the next episode of the Apothecary Diaries. Let's do this. Man can't be trusted. That'll create other issues. What are we talking about? Are we talking about different things? Or same thing? Ah! So I don't know why that startled me so much. I wasn't expecting it. What's going on with this person? Is there something going on with this person that maybe we should inquire about? Like, are you in a bad place in your life? It doesn't seem like you're in a good place in your life. Huh? Oh, he's still sulking. Oh, but I don't think he sees her as a toy anymore. This is, guys, this is her anime. This is her entertainment. You know what I mean? Oh, he was so happy. Did you see him? Did you see him going out to meet her, and then he got his heart crushed? Uh-oh. Yeah, something's wrong with that guy. Like, see, he's not in a good place. Oh, he's, okay, wow. Yeah, of course they're gonna drag you into this, baby girl. Entire jars. Wow, okay. Yeah, he could hold his alcohol. Ah. Could you take a big old swig of it? She's like, booze and possibly poison booze. Ah. Yeah, we don't have the jar, but we do have the alcohol. There's something a little different about him. It's called being in love. Oh? Is it not good? Or... Oh, it's like sweet and salty. What's that? What does it say? Here's the bottle. Okay, yeah, I was gonna say they could probably go and get... Oh, there is a residue! Yeah, you... Of course not! That's why she's doing it. Maybe there was a reason? Oh, that's what the residue was. So then... It's also really bad for your blood pressure. Yeah. It's the salt and the drinking combined. But if it was so sweet, maybe he couldn't? Maybe he couldn't taste? Maybe he could only taste sweets. Ha ha! Got it! He lost the ability to taste salt. I was gonna say, I bet he went through a traumatic event. That's horrible. What did I say? I said he was in a bad place. Oh, he just kind of descended into... That's the real question, is who wanted to... Oh. She's like, I did my part. She knows she's gonna investigate, though. Oh. He kind of had a little bit of a target on him. Oh, and it went wrong. Oh, I hope that's not what it is. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what I would want it to be, but I guess like at least in that case they didn't have intent to murder him, but who is it? I know. She's like, she really doesn't want to put someone on the chopping block that way. Oh. Oh. He held him in high regard. Look at his eyelashes. Good God. Look at his eye. Are you seeing this? Yeah, he hurts just like anyone else would hurt. Go comfort him. Oh. No, that would get a little bit of boost. Aw, that's sweet. Well, little thank you for. Woo! right up. What? What do you consider gratitude? Yeah, I love when they turn him chibi. Oh, are you? Are you? Would that have anything to do with this incident? Oh, that would be a big problem for her. 'Cause she's like, what, 17? If you care about me at all, do not pass that bill. He'd still probably sneak it to you. You realize that, right? Oh, man. Oh, is he maybe trying to be like, well, if you want me to do something about it. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Okay. Something's wrong. I think we have another person dead. Because of the frozen water. That's probably in the first time that she's seen something like that. Oh. I see. So why was a servant at the rear palace? Yeah, I mean, he's a little not used to dead bodies, very scared. I'll be scared, however, I'm not a doctor, so I don't know. Oh. I was gonna say, I feel like you probably find a lot of people, like, turned up dead. You're not supposed to, it'll destroy the evidence. Ooh. Okay, so we're just not supposed to get near death. Okay. Well, all right. Oh. Oh. You know, Maomao's also got, like, empathy, though. Like, she may not have felt it right away for the guy that we were talking about earlier, but, like, when it's a servant girl and it's someone she can relate to, you could tell that empathy is there. Okay, what's going on? Does this have something to do with the drinking guy? Pretty tall. How so? Oh, yeah. Yep. Do you remember that? Yes. Oh, I feel like maybe they showed some of that, but I didn't associate it with anything. Or they just didn't show it and I'm full of it. Oh, yeah. Yep, I've heard of this. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's why her fingers were all red. Oh, that's so sad. So you can imagine. Oh. Oh. It's a very dark thought. Death? Oh. No, she was just thinking she doesn't want to die. A lot of these have been like accidents, like the powder, the hydrangea, or not hydrangeas, the plant things, rhododendrons. Oh. Oh my god. Ah. What? Are we flashing back to something? Whoa, wait. Don't tell me we are going to get something about her mom. It looks like we're flashing back. Or are we seeing someone else? No, I feel like... Oh, are we just seeing like all our friends that we've... Okay, all right. We're just seeing all the crazy stuff that we've seen throughout our lifetime. Okay. Wow, this is very heavy, you guys. You could tell, like, she takes it all in stride, but, like, that's gotta affect you. She's been in that her whole life, like, seeing, you know, professions that tend to... You see a lot of stuff. Wow. Oh, Maomao, you carry a heavy burden. Whoa! That was a big leap. Oh. That's how it is. That's how it is, though. Yeah, like, what if you were ordered? What if you were ordered? What would you do? That's really scary to just have to live knowing that, like, at any point, like, you're on the bottom of everything, you know? That's interesting, though. Oh, yeah, we never did resolve that. It's been 2 months already? Wow, it's been like a while. I didn't realize we were covering so much time. Okay. Yeah, Ado, which is the one we haven't seen a whole lot of, right? Oh, and there we go. Okay, yeah, because we still kind of have some things that were, like, left up in the air, right? We had the whole burning thing, the rash burning thing. We still don't know who exactly was targeting Li Shu. We know that, we kind of know a little bit of the, like, mistake that led up to it. We don't know who was targeting... Gyokyo, right? Because no, wait. They actually, the soup was, okay. So the soup was meant for Gyokyo. And it got, no, it was meant for Li Shu and it got switched. And that's why Maomao poisoned it. Never mind. So we still don't know who was targeting Li Shu. Sorry. I got a little caught up in that. But yeah, so somebody was targeting her. And we don't really know that whole story. The burns. And now the suicide that we really don't know is a suicide. Like, she definitely tried to scrape out. I guess you could say maybe she changed her mind at the last minute, but, like, I don't know. I feel like we're building something. Does anyone else feel like we're building something? And you guys have been saying, like, they are building something. So I think it's actually a pretty safe bet to say they're building something here. That was so good. There was a lot in there. I gotta tell you, like, the more I get to know Maomao, the more I see just, like, what a very, like, the depth of her character. All right, you guys. Wow, that was really good. I gotta tell you, like, we got a little bit of humor. We got a little bit of, like, mystery, suspense. We still have some unanswered questions. I feel like we have more unanswered questions now. And we got kind of a heavy moment in there. We got... the character stuff with Maomao was really good. Of just her just kind of flashing back to... I couldn't tell if we'd seen all of those scenes or if some of them were supposed to be things we didn't know yet, but I know that I think she was just flashing to like some memories of things that happened while she was growing up. And we know she hasn't exactly had it easy, you know, like living in the kind of like the brothel district and everything. Like, yeah, she learned a lot. A lot of people loved her. Like, there was a lot about that carried its own like problems and disadvantages and dangers and everything like that. I mean, we know it's old hat for her to see a dead body when here we have the doctor here like squirming and shaking over it. It's like, what does that tell you? I guess you could say, oh, that kind of thing doesn't happen very often at the rear palace, but like, seems like people are always trying to kill people at the rear palace. So I feel like for her to be so much more familiar with it than him, it really goes to show like how much she's seen. And she's seen so much at this point of like death, poisoning, people trying to get back at each other, people trying to like serve their own interests, and most of all, a lot of people at the bottom ending up taking the penalty for it, you know? We know that she's always been a little bit hesitant to get people in trouble, even when she knows they're wrong, because that's something that affects her so much. Like, she has that empathy so much with, like, you know, another commoner. And her asking Jinshi to be the one I don't know. I'm not going to say that she really is warming up to him or trusts him a whole lot yet, but that does show some, like, I feel like she's noticed he's a little bit different. And I feel like it does take some trust, you know, like some, at least like a little bit more closeness, I think, than like what they had before, like where she just was like, ugh, every time he came by. So yeah. Then we have this, like, I don't know, I guess we were to infer that this was a suicide, but then, like, it kind of doesn't feel like we're super decided on that. I still don't know who exactly was the one who killed, or was, trying to kill the man with the drinking issue. But Maomao made it sound like, okay, it's pretty obvious. So if it's really obvious and I just missed something, it wasn't one of the people at the party? I don't know. And then we have like, oh yeah, and by the way, this girl was also present. And I'm like, And then we still have the thing with the burns. So we had a lot going on in this one. We had a lot of just like cuteness from Jinshi. A lot of great character stuff with Maomao. Like, the more I get to know her, the more I can see that, like, she has so much depth, that, like, when you're just seeing her interact with the world, you don't really get a whole lot of that. You don't really get a lot of, like, her inner monologue. You don't get a lot of, like, her motivations, her influences, her feelings on things and everything. Is something that you kind of have to, like, peel away at, of the layers, once you're getting to know her. And I'm really liking the way that they're building her as a character. So yeah, guys, that was a really good one. I think we got a little bit of everything on that. We got like murder mystery, suspense, comedy, a little bit of romance, maybe. Some just drama, like big drama there, you guys. So yeah, I'm trying to figure out if the scenes that they were showing, if one of them had anything to do with like her mother or anything like that, or if it was just like scenes of like the people she grew up with, or both. But yeah. So, dang, guys, really, really good episode. I'm excited to see, like, where they're taking this, because I do feel like they're building something, like an overarching kind of, like, mystery plot, and I'm here for it, and I can't wait for more. So, yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed watching along with me. As always, thank you so much for joining me today. Please, as we are definitely getting more into some stuff, definitely going to need your help. I always really appreciate the feedback in the comments, especially since we're getting to some parts where, like, I feel like it's easy to miss things, little Easter eggs, little hints, things like that. I always love hearing from you. So, yes, please be sure to join me next time. I'm definitely going to need the help. And we will watch it together. Bye for now, guys.